Hey guys, what's up? Priyanka here from the FANSPIRE. We are back with another fun discussion for the United and Spurs match. Of course, we have Chinmay who's going to be back. He seems super excited to be here. So let's quickly get him on. Hello, Chinmay. Welcome back to the FANSPIRE.
Hey Priyanka, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
All good, all good.
It's been a while, and of course, as you saw on our social media, Arya was supposed to be here representing Spurs, but looks like he was not able to make it, so he's not here. But of course, we're still going to continue talking about the match. We have a lot to hear, and of course, Man United fans would have a lot to say at the moment, right?
Yeah, I mean, United is always a good talking point for everybody. Even if you support United, even if you don't support United, people love to talk about the club. People like you, Priyanka, Liverpool fans, we live rent free in your head. So I think, yeah, of course,
I mean,
tomorrow's game is.
in the last match we won 5-0. I think we live rent free in your heads right now.
No, we don't think about Liverpool all the time, but you love to think about, you know, world class players like Cristiano Ronaldo and Paul Pogba, Bruno Fernandes, what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong. So
But
and it's not just you. I don't blame you. It's the other 19 clubs and of the Premier League and all the other clubs in the world and all their fan bases. They love to talk about United. They love to talk about what United can do better. So I think it's always a good talking point whenever Man United plays. So hoping for a good game tomorrow.
I'm still going to remind you that we last won 5-0. And I mean, what a match, what a game. But yep, and we also do have a Spurs fan who'll be coming on today, and we'll be discussing the match with him. So let's get him on. We have Sarang here. Hi, welcome to the Fanspire.
Now is my net all right?
Uh, I think you still are facing a bit of internet issues. All right, so let's try to get that fixed and we'll get you back on in a bit. Sounds good? All right. Okay, so yeah, we'll just try to get those internet issues fixed. But coming back to you, Chinmay, okay, so let's take Spurs and United. Who do you think is having a worse season? Like, who do you think is just bearing the brunt of all the criticism and everything right now, and it's worse for one club? Or you say like it's probably equal to both?
Criticism wise, I think Man United. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But I feel if you talk about having a worse season, I feel Spurs have a worse season than us. And the only reason I'm going to say it is because we're fighting for top four. Of course, now we're kind of throwing it away. When we were in a driving seat, we can still get back into the driving seat. Arsenal's playing pretty well, and we're still in the Champions League. A lot of people are not looking at that, but we're still in the Champions League. Come Tuesday, we are going to be playing Atletico at home. Spurs, on the other hand, they've improved well under Conte. They defeated Man City, then they lost the next game against the bottom place team. Then they somehow drew to Liverpool, if I'm not wrong. So they have this good run where they play like Brazil of 2002, and then they just play like Spurs all over again. So I think Conte's got them playing well, but you have to look at the fact that are they actually are they actually going to finish in a top four position? I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. They have a good team. They have a great team, honestly. But I think when someone like a Harry Kane wants to leave you last season, you forced him to stay. Like a dog, you put a leash on him, and you forced him to stay. And he's still rumored to a lot of clubs. After this season, that really tells you, what kind of club it is at. I mean, the problem at United, I'm just going to put it out there. We're having a bad season because we were title contenders at the beginning. That's what everybody said, and people said because of the team we have, we should be winning the title. We should be going to the Champions League, and we have not done that. Agreed, and we're still fighting for top four. So it's a very elite mentality. which has come down. We couldn't do it, so everybody's bantering us, criticism coming our way. I didn't hear a single Spurs fan saying they want to win the Premier League or they want to win the Champions League or they want to win the Europa League or Conference League. All of that. I didn't hear a single Spurs fan looking for a trophy this season, and that tells you the difference in mentality. I think worst season for them because logically they're not in the running for a trophy. We are. Pretty much sure we won't win the Champions League, but we're at least in it. Spurs isn't, and I think that really tells you, difference in mentality too. There,
I really wish the Spurs fan was here to counter that and say that
he's
so
present.
specifically.
I'm sure he's present here. He's as present as their trophy cabinet right now. You know,
Of
they've got
course,
that.
there has to be a comment about the trophy
No,
cabinet.
I mean,
Like,
of course,
no Spurs discussion is complete without that.
yeah. Actually, honestly, all Spurs discussions are complete without that. Honestly, that is what you should be saying because there is no trophy to talk about. They do have that Audi Cup, but then even United has 1,000 training ground victories. Varane has 1,000 training ground games. So even if we can celebrate that way, that Varane is winning every week, and they can celebrate the same with the Audi Cup.
Yeah. As you mentioned, Spurs did meet City somehow, and you all weren't able to do that last game. Of course, that was like. Do you want to like talk about the last game as well against City?
Against City, well, we were dominated, and we were shown that we're in a different gulf of class, than City, and City just showed why a lot of people have been rating them as the best team in Europe. Maybe they've been saying a lot of people have been saying that City are probably the best team in Europe right now, and I I think we saw that last week because United. I'm not going to put a lot of blame on Ralph Ranić because tactically, what did he do? Maybe there are a lot of rumors that he told Ronaldo on Thursday or Friday that he's not going to be part of a squad, and Ronaldo decided that maybe that hip injury needs to come up and let's go to Portugal. There are different versions of it. I don't want to hear the worst version of it because I support the club, I support the player. But tactically, if you see, we had three or four attacks. If we would have scored probably one more, two more, we would have done well. But the last 10, 15 minutes of the game, we were completely dead. And when I say dead, it wasn't because City were dominating us or something. It was only because we stopped playing. We completely stopped playing. And in the last 10, 15 minutes, I it was as if Man City were playing a training ground match, and Hotstar and Star Sports City actually were showing us a training ground game for Man City because I just saw lemon red t-shirts. That's why I wouldn't even say jersey, lemon t-shirts I saw, and the other team in actual football jerseys, the shit pads, the boots, they were actually playing around and playing football. So I felt bad about that victory, but I can't say that City are not a Gulf of class apart. They are. So I feel bad about the way we lost, but I feel we can always come back because just in addition to that, we were supposed to play Liverpool next week, which has been rescheduled because of the FA Cup. You're doing well in the FA Cup.
Right.
So in the October region, we were battered 5-0 by Liverpool. 2 weeks later, we were beaten 2-0 by Man City, complete dominating display by Man City again. And in between of those two games, crunch came. Somehow we beat Spurs 3-0 away. Somehow. That tells you. I mean, it's the same three games. You take out Liverpool now, of course, because we're not playing you. But it's again City, Spurs, Liverpool. We were
All
thrashed
right.
by City. We were thrashed by City. Then we're dominating right now. But Spurs is that kind of Mickey team which somehow they always love to give points out of nowhere. So it's a
All
good thing.
right. So talking about Spurs, let's get in the Spurs fan. We have Sarang here. Hi, welcome to the FANSPIRE. Sarang.
Yes, hi, hi everyone.
Okay. So let's just get your views on how do you think the season is going for Spurs at the moment.
Like it's been hot and cold recently. I remember Conte was on an unbeaten run for 9 or 10 games, and then I jinxed it. And then after that, we have been beaten by Chelsea twice or thrice, and it's not been good since the start of 2022. You are mute.
Right. So yeah, we were just talking about the last clash, and Chinmay mentioned that we did know who were the winners of that. So what do you think now? A lot has obviously changed, and United did beat you all last time. So do you think that's going to be a repeat of the last time you all faced United?
Absolutely not. Because last time we both had weaker managers than we have now. But last time it was totally a total mess at Spurs. We had lost to West Ham, we had lost to many other clubs, and now we are in a good mood, good rhythm. We have Conte, who is better than Rangnick. So yes.
All right. So Chinmay, do you want to say anything about that statement?
Yeah, I mean, CV wise, I would say Conte is better than Ranić. But Sarang, tell me, how do you justify, your manager? He beats Man City, and 3 days later, 3 days later, he is nearly crying in front of the camera, and he's bewildered because he doesn't know what's happening, and he says, "And I don't know. They'll have to look at my contract, and I don't know, whatever happens. I mean, what's going on with the club? You're saying you have a better manager than my club does, but whatever said and done, my club is still going to look at they look at Ten Hag, they're looking at Ranić, they're looking at Pochettino. Pochettino, one name you guys love. They're looking at so many managers, and it is going to be good in the future. But with Spurs, what is it? You're talking about having a good manager right now. Conte doesn't stay at the club more than for 2 years, and already he has a problem with your club. He loves Harry Kane. Harry Kane wants to leave. So I mean, how's it working out? Because I don't know what your plan is for the future. I seriously have never seen a Spurs fan or a Spurs pundit, anyone talking about, in 3 years we want to win the Premier League. In 2 years we want to win the Premier League. With City, with United, with Liverpool, Chelsea, everybody is, even Arsenal is saying, we want to get back into the Champions League. What is Spurs saying? I don't hear a Spurs, narrative. So what is the Spurs narrative? Please let me know. FA Cup, what do you want to win?
See, we are absolutely not targeting like for me. I also don't think we are gonna win the league any soon. But I think FA Cup could have been winnable, but again, like we lost to Middlesbrough. Well, you also lost to Middlesbrough, but it was embarrassing for us. I thought it could be an easy draw, but they simply outplayed us. We didn't kill the game off, and they outplayed us.
All
And
right. And you all are.
yes,
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
talking about Conte staying, even I'm not sure if he's gonna stay beyond his contract. Like 1 year, okay, but not beyond that, because he isn't known for staying for long periods at any of those clubs. Even at Juventus, he was only for 3 years. In Inter, he was for 2 years. So I'm not very optimistic about that. But I think in whatever duration he'll stay, he'll surely win something.
All right. I like how you both mentioned winning the Premier League. You are dreaming or aiming to win it. I think as a Liverpool fan, I can say that this season that it's realistic for us at this point. Okay, so coming back to let's take some of the questions about the upcoming match. So this is one for Chinmay. What happens if United don't even qualify for the Champions League or Europa? Should Ronaldo be shown the door, or do you think he will leave and go? Obviously, there's a lot of debate about whether Ronaldo stays and goes. Your thoughts?
Should Ronaldo be shown the door? I feel that is a completely wrong question. I don't think anybody should be showing. Ronaldo the door, or in that terms of footballing ability, even Messi. Okay, I don't think y'all should, not y'all. I don't think the managers or the clubs, I know the club is always bigger than the player, and for me, Man United, for Ronaldo, Man United is bigger than the player. But I think at a point of time, where Ronaldo, we know he loves to, win trophies and stuff. Yeah, he wants to go for the elite competitions. I feel there are a lot of rumors now in the last 1 or 2 weeks that he's not happy with Ralph Rangnick, and there are other rumors that he might leave after the season if we don't qualify for the Champions League or Europa League. Even if we qualify for the Europa League, he might leave. Well, I feel we will qualify for Europe. I don't think that's even a question. And I feel, just the way I feel it, just the way because I do support United. I know how many heart attacks we have to take, at 2 a.m. in the night, or even a simple game against Middlesbrough. I have a good feeling that the Ronaldo everybody is waiting for might actually just come back on Tuesday because he has missed important game in Man City. Tomorrow against Spurs, I don't know if Ralph Rangnick will risk him or not. Cavani is also back from his winter holiday. I don't know where he's been golfing, but I really think Ronaldo. I see a lot of fans turning up on Ronaldo, turning their backs on Ronaldo. They're saying he needs to leave. He's a problem. Well, I would like to put it out there that he is not the problem and he's not the solution. So you can't put all of your hopes on Ronaldo because he's 37 years of age. Yeah, and come on, you can't go on him and keep on depending on him. But you also can't look past the fact that he has got you to the Champions League all alone. He is the sole reason we are playing against Atletico on Tuesday. So I don't think you can look past that as a United fan.
That's fair to be true. Also, thoughts about Rashford. I mean, there have been rumors flying about that he also may leave.
He also wants to leave. Yeah, well, Rashford. I loved Rashford when he came in. I absolutely loved Rashford. The way he's conducted himself on and off the field. Every football fan or real football fan, they would love Rashford. I don't care if it's about Liverpool, Chelsea, whatever. Because as a human being, he's done a lot of stuff, for society. But honestly, I feel he gave his body up for us last season. He had the shoulder injury pending, the ankle injury, and he kept on playing. Agreed, but just because you're not in form and you're being dropped now, it does not mean you start building narratives that you want to leave. I mean that is not the United way. And I saw this tweet, comparing him and Wayne Rooney. Well, Wayne Rooney 10 years ago, 10 or 11 years ago, he said he wants to leave United because he thought they were not being ambitious enough. That's what he said. That was the narrative that was put out there, and that's what he said out in a press statement too. Rashford wants to leave because he's not getting enough game time. You can see the difference in mentality. Here he's not going because he does not think United's competing enough or not. It's a matter of game time. And for a person who really loves Man United like Rashford does, I feel it very, it's very saddening to have a look at something like this. So I feel, I just hope in, the better world, I hope that he gets back to form, gets in training well, and starts coming up for United again. Because also a big thing people are not noticing and not, remembering. It's a World Cup year. Everybody would want to be on moves because they really want to play to show that they can play for the country. So I hope
Right.
Rashford can, still be at United post this summer and can do, something well for us because he all stands for us. He is one of Man United. That's what the narrative has been about Rashford. He is one of us. So it's already sad to see someone like Lingard, on the verge of leaving.
Yeah.
Rashford, then it would just be heartbreaking.
Right. So we obviously just spoke about a couple of players, leaving. When you talk about players that want to leave the club, obviously Harry Kane comes to mind. But Sarah, apart from that, we've debated so much about Harry Kane, should he leave or should he not? But I want to know your thoughts on Daniel Levy instead. What are your thoughts on the guy, and how do you think he is impacting your club? And basically, how is his decisions impacting your club?
Daniel Levy is really bad at footballing decisions. Like he may have kept the club like very financially safe and sound, but he I don't think he should anymore interfere in the footballing part. Just leave it to Paratici and whatever the manager is after Conte or even Conte. So like uh, I've I've split thoughts about Daniel Levy because he is also good for my club. Like how you saw Chelsea, like it's gonna be a downfall, but Levy has kept my club's financials very safe and sound. So we can't expect anything like Chelsea in any of the near future.
Since you brought up what's happened with Chelsea recently, uh, anyone wants to shed some light on that and give your thoughts about Chelsea's current situation? Chinmay.
It's sad. Number one, that would be, and that's my first reaction when I saw it yesterday. Whatever's happening with Chelsea. It's sad because you know um, they haven't done anything to face this. They haven't done anything to the players, the staff. You know, going by the rules, or if you have a look at the rules or something like that. Um, it's basic that they can't spend more than I think 20,000 if I'm not wrong on away games. They can't renew the new contracts if I'm not wrong. They can't sign new players. Selling is going to be a problem. All of that. So I really feel it's sad for someone like a Chelsea manager. It's sad for someone like a Chelsea player because you don't know what the future holds. Yesterday Thomas Tuchel was asked, and he said, that he will stick with the club. Jamie Carragher last night, he very I don't know where that came from, but he said that Man United should drop everything they're doing and should just come in and get the opportunity to talk to Thomas Tuchel to sign for Man United because he would want to be a manager of a club who would probably allow him to work. Right now with Chelsea, he's going to face a lot of difficulties. Not just him, the staff you've got, the players you've got, the academy, everybody is going to be affected by this. They
And
can't
the
even
women's
sell
team,
properly now.
Emma Hayes as well.
Exactly, and the women's game too. I mean, everything at the club is everything at the club is. And it's sad. Again, I'm going to say this because they have not done anything to, you know, have this punishment. That's what your manager, Mr. Klopp, said, Priyanka. He said that Chelsea don't need to face the punishment. The players, staff, they don't need to. Someone does, the owner Roman Abramovich, he has close ties with Putin, as everybody's saying, and well, okay, but it's sad to see someone like a Premier League giant, come down this bad because now they're saying they might just be docked points or something, and if that happens, you know, at that point of time, you're not thinking about top three, top four, or something. You're just thinking as a football fan, that's a very big club gone down, pretty badly.
Right,
You really don't want to see that in football.
right. So let's talk about the match, right? The match tomorrow. How do you think it's going to go? Also, I mean, to be specific, let's talk about which players do you think will be influential from Spurs, Sarang.
Yes, so the most influential player I think would be uh, like any of the back three, Eric Dyer, Christian Romero, or even Ben Davies, for example. Ben Davies was playing left back, if I'm not wrong, when last time United bet Spurs, and we all know how Ronaldo scored that goal. And I was furious at Davies, but at the left centre back position, he has been fantastic of late. So I have my faith in the back three, and also Kulusevski has been fantastic since joining us. Like five goals and assists in four starts for Tottenham. So I'm very optimistic about tomorrow's game.
Right. So, Chinmay, I know we've spoken a lot about United and where they are failing in which places, like tactically. Last time on the show, we discussed, how they aren't pressing the right way and things like that. But my question to you is tomorrow, what do you think would be some of the strengths that would be useful to beat Spurs?
Sancho, Jadon Sancho, because the way I see it, Doherty from Spurs, he had he's been having a couple of great games. He's coming in form right now. The Doherty the Premier League is used to see with Wolves. We're getting to see with Spurs now. Conte's got him playing well. Same with the likes of Kane and Son. So I feel, looking at our defense, Ralph Rangnick said that Varane is fit. So I'm happy about that because I remember Varane played against Spurs in November, in October. It was back three, if I'm not wrong. Varane played and Maguire and Lindelof, and that was a great game because Varane got the better of Kane and Kane and the other Spurs players, and that really tells you. I think if Varane's there tomorrow, I'm happy with it. I don't know if Ronaldo starts or not, but I feel Ronaldo or Cavani, whoever whichever striker is going to be playing tomorrow, because both are fit. I think they're going to be good because target man wise, Spurs I think they lack kind of the quality. Somehow I just feel if you put a ball in, I would go for my man to win the header rather than the Spurs man. So I feel target man wise too, Ronaldo and Cavani, whoever plays, I think that would be a good combination. Whoever plays could always have the one header in Sancho, Varane, and then you look at the midfield. They have a very good. I would say Hoiberg is good, Winks is good. I would say that, but creatively, if you have a look, Pogba and Bruno, if one of those two are on strong tomorrow, Spurs bye bye. I don't see you all coming back into the game. So I feel those are the 4 5 players out of the 11. I feel who will change, and of course I don't need to mention De Gea. Nobody needs to mention De Gea because he's always he has a very good season already,
Yeah,
and he
he's
needs
been
to make
so good for your
and he needs to make
especially.
like 10 20 saves every match anyway. So I just hope he has a normal game tomorrow, like he has been having, and he saves those world class shots coming in, and then wins another Premier League Player of the Month sometime in the future. I hope.
Okay, so Sarah, coming to you, what are your predictions for the game?
3-1 Spurs.
Okay, and who do you think are going to score those goals?
Kulusevski and Kane.
All right, Chinmay, your predictions.
3-1, 3-1 United.
Okay,
If we
and
if we get a
goals.
clean sheet, I'm very happy. If we get a clean sheet, very 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 happy. But I feel 3-1 because I feel the way we play, these days we will concede. So probably 3-1. I hope one of Ronaldo or Cavani score. You know, that's all I want because no offense to Sarang, no offense to his club there, but I feel we win tomorrow's game if we do. Um, I just my bigger aim is on the Atletico game. I'm not really worried about this game because if we lose tomorrow, well, we're on a bad run anyways. But I just hope nobody gets injured or something because we have a very big game to play on Tuesday at Old Trafford. So I just hope the club can take some good rest and can get the game sealed ASAP tomorrow. So we don't have to play the best players to 85, 90 minutes.
All right, yeah, you see, United also talking about Champions League. Sadly, Spurs can't do the same. But we do have another question for Sarah, which is from Samar. After every bad performance, Conte likes to deflect the blame. Your thoughts on that?
Well, he's not wrong because he has to play with players like Winks or the Doherty. Doherty has come good only of late. He wasn't good at all, like before a couple of games, and so he deserves better players. Like his game is totally based on the wingbacks, and I don't think our wingbacks are up to the mark. Sessegnon is good, Doherty is good, Royal is not good at all. But I think we would have to upgrade the wingbacks for Conte to not always whine after the games.
All right. Yeah, and I think that's about it. We've covered, thoughts about the match, thoughts about the previous clashes, and of course your predictions as well. Do you guys have anything to say to each other before the game, or any just final thoughts in general. Chinmay, you can go first.
I I feel we'll win. I I really I don't know where this confidence is coming from, but I hope we win. It's at Old Trafford. The last time these guys came to Old Trafford, we got whacked 6-1. Um, and but that was all because of that Martial red card. I hope discipline has a good has a good place. I just want to put this out there. Thank you for asking, Priyanka. I no refereeing decision should be the headline of the game. I don't want bad refereeing tomorrow because with Spurs, Conte is a very animated man. I don't, again, no offense, but I feel sometimes he's a clown on the touchline. The way he pressures the referees, the match officials. I really don't want him to, pressurize the decision of a referee in some way or his reactions to get, some card for United. So I hope discipline-wise, we can take care. And I just hope, if we keep number 10 and number 7 quad, I feel we'll win the game. I don't really see the other creativity parts. I know that the other wingers come pretty good of late, but I honestly feel pressure at Old Trafford. You've got 50, 60, 70,000 fans. So I just feel if the fans can get behind us, I think we'll win. And Randy has just confirmed that Ronaldo is fit. So I just hope Ronaldo against Spurs already has a good record. I hope he can do it again.
All right, thank you. And Sarang, your final thoughts on the match.
Well, nothing much, and Ronaldo has good record against Spurs, not against Cristiano Romero. We'll see.
All right. It's been great chatting with you guys. Thank you so much. And thanks to everyone who tuned in, put in the comments and the questions. A little short episode today, but we're so glad we could do this. Of course, do stay tuned to the FANSPIRE. Do check us out on Instagram and Twitter. We do post a lot of content there. And of course, yes, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you are a fan who would love to come on and talk about your favorite club, give us a DM on our Instagram and you can be here and we can be discussing your favorite club and the matches and everything. Yes, thanks so much, Chinmay. Thanks so much, Sarang, for coming on. It's been a pleasure having you. All the best for the match and good night.
Yes, thank you. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Bye bye.